Alright, ready when you are. You guys ready?
Yep, ready.
Mm-hmm.
Action.
What's going on, guys? Monday night. Welcome to another Panoramic episode. I'm your co-host, Aristotle, joined by Banco Sniffin and Sick Nick with his sick haircut. Shazam, take it away.
Hey, what is happening? Well, happy Veterans Day to all of our honored veterans from far and wide, men and women all across around the world. How you guys doing on this very Monday? I'm the one and only UNKO Shazam here, live and in living color. And first of all, thank you for joining in for the Panoramic podcast, which is always here on Panoramic Gaming. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, tap the notification bell. And we have some very sad news, but we're gonna go ahead take a moment to salute and thank one and only Mr. Stanley, and have a beautiful Excelsior in his honor.
Well, in celebration of his life, of the one and only Stanley I'll just go with Stanley. I forgot his real name. But anyway, I would like to ask everybody, for those who are in mourning of his departure from this world, I would like to ask everyone, what is your favorite Stanley cameo of all time?
Oh man.
But I understand that this is quite an overwhelming question, but although it would be difficult for me to pick my favorites, there is one that stands out to me in just a few words. Is this Tony Stank? Who can ever forget that line?
Oh man, that's a good one. I dig that one.
Where was that from again?
Civil War.
Man. Oh boy, actually, you know what? My favorite cameo from Stanley. And no, it is not him being a freaking DJ at a strip club in Deadpool. No.
I'll admit that one was the funniest, but it's not my favorite.
But that was actually pretty funny. No, one part of my favorite cameos is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It pretty much confirmed everyone's theory that Stan Lee is the Watcher. So, and I honestly marked out when I just marked out when that happened. So it's just like, oh, I knew you were the Watcher. But he it wasn't like like a subtle I said it kind of thing, but it's just it worked.
Yep.
So, but that's my favorite. What about from the Ace?
What was that? Sorry, I'm
Oh.
editing right now.
Oh, it's all good.
Your favorite Stanley cameo of all time?
I guess the most recent one for me was playing Spider-Man. And one of the cutscenes, Stanley comes out of nowhere and says, "Man, you and Jane have always been my favorite couple." Or, MJ in this case.
That's a good
And I'm
one.
just glad that I got to see that cameo, before he left
Mm.
and passed. I thought that was pretty cool.
Ditto. Nice.
Because
very
to me, I think people in general gravitates towards Spider-Man as just, as a fan favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In terms of his creations, so
there's no denying he is a favorite.
So nice. All right. Cool. Alrighty. Well, in the spirit, well, again, we all of us here from Panoramic Gaming, Panoramic Production, we send out our condolences, and we send out Excelsior salute to Mr. Stanley. But now onto my next question here, literally just for me. And this is in the spirit of Veterans Day. So, in your opinion, what does it mean to be a veteran? Now, the reason why, and here's the reason why I had to ask this. I had to ask this question because well, not one. It's not only okay. A, it's Veterans Day. Number two, it because there because I feel like I've been cringing at some people's posts who've only been in any sort of military for only like a short time, and they can kind of like call themselves.
how do they do that? Give us an example.
Like, let's say, no, I actually understand this too, if it's okay with you, Phil.
Oh yeah, no, please.
Well, there are some people out there, I don't know them personally, but there are people out there that post themselves on social media, thank you for giving me a veteran's honor, everyone, even though it's only been like, I've only been in the military for 1 year. I'm like, hold on, do you know the definition of veteran, first of all? Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Well, to you, Nick, what is your definition of veteran?
Well, pretty much the traditional sense from what I see in the dictionary. A veteran is someone defined as someone who is a survivor of war. Or, in this case, a soldier who is a survivor of war. That's what I looked up anyway. In order to not get things out of context.
Okay. So we're talking about military in the case of military here? What a veteran means? Because a veteran can mean anything, in pretty much like sports or anything like that.
Yeah, but in this case of this particular holiday, it's going out to military personnel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was trying to drive the nail on this question. So. Yeah, and Nick, I 100% agree. Of course, being a survivor, but also having served like a crazy, full. I don't want to say crazy, but like more like you pretty much lived half your life, serving the country in that aspect.
So. Well, I did actually get a joke of how to become a veteran. I'm not naming their names, but they did make how to. This is what they said: if you want to be a veteran, you better run. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure all those soldiers, sailors, and marines and airmen are gonna be laughing at that, because to some extent, it's kind of true.
You better. Right on. Right on. Okay. Well, I guess that answers my question. So, but I don't know. Any question from the Ace?
Nope. Not this week.
Not this week. Okie dokie. All right, we're just gonna go ahead breeze right on through video games and streaming. So, Well, uh, honestly, I actually have not been. I honestly have not been gaming this week. So as much
Mm.
as
Me neither.
as much as much as I really wanted to, um, which I'll talk about that during personal achievements. But yeah, nothing on my end.
Mm. Okay.
Oh, and let's I guess I'll throw the ball over to Nick here. Losing
So
streak.
yeah, I have no idea how I'm going on a losing streak, both
Right.
on squad and on solo. But here is one good thing out of it. I actually met a guy in game whose username is Insane Wolf, and I'm not gonna lie, his personality and my personality with the game, they're actually very similar with one another, and I'm like, hey, I actually found a great partner right here.
Oh god, I don't know if I can handle two Nicks.
Well, here's the thing. He's not completely like me, but what I meant by, his personality and mine in the game are similar is he takes the game just as seriously as I do, is all I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah, and it just so happens that he lives in North Carolina too.
Have you been playing like actively during the past week? I
Well,
haven't played since the last time we played.
not active, but you usually like complete the weekly the daily
Shit, I can't-
challenges basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you should invite me more so we can get more dinners.
Yeah, sure. Well, normally you're not online most of the time. Otherwise,
No,
I'd be
just hit me
inviting
up.
you all the time. Okay.
But yeah, I mean it's kind of my fault too because I've been really busy with the whole skit thing and stuff.
Oh, don't worry. I've been busy with music
A
myself.
lot of stuff on my
so
plate.
I cannot blame you right now.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Ditto. Right on. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go right into it. Personal achievements of this week and the last. Oh. Today I got another interview with
Nice.
with a local company warehouse driver, like, so um but so hopefully I get to hear an answer at the end of the week, not 10 years later or 5 years later or 4 months later.
Wait, you get an interview on Thursday?
No, I had an interview today. Hopefully they're gonna give
Oh,
me
okay.
they're gonna give me an answer at the end of the week.
Where's this company at?
Uh, it's locomotion. It's a delivery driver.
Oh.
It's delivering all their retail merchandise to the 5 stores on Oahu. So
Mm.
it's a pretty good 9 to 5, 8 to 4 schedule, which I'm totally down for.
Good benefits.
Yeah, good, great benefits. So I was like, oh, shoots, I'm super down for that.
Mm.
Do it.
So, but so far, I'm still fun employed, not unemployed, but fun employed. All right. So,
Okay.
anyway, but yeah, that's something going at least. But anyway, oh, plethora. Nick, please do.
Yeah,
Okay,
plethora.
so I've found my instrumental talents for the band that I'm forming. Guitar player, his name is Ronan DeVera, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually heard some of his jams that he posted on Facebook, and I'm like, you know what? You should really be a part of my band. I mean, I'm only looking for decent talents, but he actually exceeded my expectations just by listening to how he plays. Like the way he plays If I Ain't Got You, a classic by Alicia Keys. I was like, holy shit, I have never ever seen someone play the piano riff on the guitar before. Well done. and but which, by the way, I actually do know him in person, which we both attend the same college. And then there's this the cajon drummer. I haven't met him in person, but he was referred to by a friend of a friend of mine, and I added him on Facebook. We talk a little bit and say, "Hey man, so what's your experience with percussion?" Basically, he normally plays on a drum kit, but I told him that's awesome, but I'm actually not looking for a drum kit. I'm actually looking for a cajon player or percussionist, because the thing with the drum kit is because of how, you know, ridiculously loud it can be, it's gonna drown out the sound of the acoustics, which is why, I have a cajon with me. And he was like, "Oh, sweet. So I get to use that one." Yes, but it would also be good to have your own, so that you yourself can practice when we're not practicing as a band. But yeah, apart from those two, which I have yet to hear the audition of the cajon player, only because he doesn't have a cajon. The only thing I'm looking for now is lead singer. But right now, that isn't my biggest concern, because I just want to see, where the instrument players stand together as a band before we have a voice in there.
Didn't you say you had the girl to give you, vocal?
Right, about that. Let's just say she opted out without even giving me an audition, which is kind of a bummer, really. So right now, I thought, you know what, I can hold off on the singer for now if I can meet with the instrumental players first.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least get the sound, flowing.
Sure, definitely.
So where have you found these recruits?
Well, Ronan De Vera, I actually bumped into him one time when I was just walking from class. He asked me if I could be an actor for a Vine skit, I guess, where I'm supposed to be the spoiler for the upcoming Avengers Infinity War movie. Long story short, my character in the Vine skit gets hit with a Captain America shield, while yeah.
Is this the language reference?
No, it's actually like me saying, "Hey, so did you know Captain America actually bam?"
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Got you.
When was this?
This was like, oh boy, maybe
When Vines existed, I'm guessing.
no. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a Vine, but his idea was kind of like that. But this was like several months ago, I believe, like earlier within the year.
I was gonna say Vine's been dead since 2016.
Yeah, I know, but the idea of his skit works similar to a Vine.
Well,
Probably longer though.
Well,
Was there a Snapchat story?
Something like that, yeah. But into a YouTube material kind of.
Oh, he has a YouTube channel.
Well, if he does, I don't know what it's called, but that was his idea at the time I first met him.
I was gonna say you should give him a shout out.
Yeah. In fact, I kind of already did that by saying, he plays great with the guitar. If anything, he plays very similarly to Deether, where he's actually a southpaw, player. Frets with his right hand, strums with his left.
Damn. Well said.
So I guess firing us was the best decision you made.
Hmm?
Firing us was the best decision you could have made.
Well, I don't want to call it that, but I really did want you guys, all in. It's just that I was doubting your commitment at the time. But that's not to say I don't want you guys to be filming any future music videos, because that's the part where I think you guys would be excellent on.
Fair enough.
Man, I was waiting for the Vince McMahon voice. but damn.
No.
No, or no Donald Trump. You fired.
Not. Well, here's the thing. I would only do that if it's if like, oh, I don't want to be a part of this. Like they outright say, screw you and your band. That's when I'd be like, well, in that case, you're fired.
Nice. Alright. Alrighty.
But I will still definitely be open to acting, though. You know, acting for, you know, horror skits, comedy skits, all that kind of stuff. I'm still open to that.
Okay. Right on, man. Alright. Air, so we achieved a lot on Saturday, dude. Or we achieved a lot on Saturday.
Yeah, we did. I'm still overwhelmed by it.
So,
oh wait, there's actually, you know what? I'm just gonna move this to a daily happening.
But yeah, I'll give you the honor about how we achieved.
Yeah, I mean, shit. It's already November 12th, and not one skit yet. But hey, it's coming. Just wait, all you fans out there, they're coming. And to finish your first rapid fire. Oh yeah, that's what we got to tell Nick about, the rapid fire stuff.
Okay, go for it.
If you could give him a quick synopsis.
Okay, so basically, what the rapid fire skits were just pretty much straight to the point sketches where it doesn't take more than it's like pretty much like 30 seconds to a minute. Like no backstory required. It's just pretty much straight to the scare, pretty much straight to the moment of the scare or scene. So, and it pretty much at the same time with these rapid fire sketches, we kind of open the we kind of open the door for imagination for audience to kind of imagine what happens next.
So what you're telling me is you guys were inspired by Vine videos from the past.
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily Vine videos, because again, Vine's been dead for like 2 years already. And,
yeah.
Well, because again, Vine's 6 seconds. What we're doing is like minute and 30 seconds. So this is pretty much like Instagram or Snapchat story kind of videos. A lot of the videos that me and Eric have been really inspired by. Were pretty much some of the shorts that we saw via Film Riot, and then shout out to Danny Donahue, who did this really dope 17-second sketch. Was like, oh, it was so perfect.
I'll actually give you a quick there's a quick example of the skits that we've been getting inspiration from.
Yeah, and there you go.
And that's pretty much, you know, the idea behind rapid fire shorts, because there's no backstory, there's no background to it. It just goes straight for the scare, and that's what audiences want.
Hey, I think this will actually be a lot more marketable, in my opinion.
You know, less is more in this case.
Well, to me, this is how I picture it. It's like an appetizer before the main course.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah,
definitely one way to look at it.
Like while the skits that we're doing usually run 5 minutes, which can take some time for us to complete. From what I observed, the rapid fire skits I think would be a good idea to, you know, appetize the audience before we appeal to their main course, which in this case would be, you know, our most expected video to be released.
Yeah, last Darktober we actually had the idea of mini Mondays. You remember that, Nick? Phil?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I remember those.
The idea was pretty much, you know, come out with a really short skit on Mondays or Tuesday, and then finish the week off with our feature short on the Friday or Saturday, which we're trying to bring back, but you know, a little differently this time.
So yeah, so that was
Same
that was
concept.
that was pretty much, yeah. So it's pretty much, you know, reinvigorating the concept of, you know, just like, you know, short rapid fire, you know, right to the point, no backstories, and then let the imagination run wild.
Very wild.
Very,
But yeah,
very-
speaking of rapid fire, do you want to, I guess, translate your skit, Nick, into a rapid fire short?
That's a good question. If I was to do that, how would I actually make it? How would I actually translate it that way?
Yeah,
That
use
might
your imagination.
Yeah, I know. Cause to me, I feel like actually, wait. What if I go a little bit overboard on the time run? Because if I am to do this in a rapid fire skit, I feel like this could be you know, it might be just a tiny bit over a minute long, maybe 90 seconds at the most.
I just finished Phil's rapid fire short, which is called Jammed, and that came up to 1 minute 24 seconds.
Okay, yeah, sure. I could definitely see this as a 90 second rapid fire skit.
I mean, there's no specific timeline to our rapid fire shorts, but as long as it's like under 2 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
So
yeah,
if you could translate, you know, I guess face at the window or man at the window, whatever.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. In fact, that's kind of how I've been seeing it the entire time.
Perfect.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty achievable. What happened on Saturday? I know Nick, you were busy with school shit, so.
Well, school, work, and music stuff, really.
Damn.
Yeah.
Busy man.
So it's all.
Why do you think I hardly play video games now? Ever since I stepped into the world of music, I've been really, really in love with it.
Fair enough. I mean,
that explains your losing streak.
Yeah, you could say that.
It's fine. Focusing on more important stuff.
Yeah. But yeah. Ready on then. Okay, cool. So, all right, guys. So, well, I haven't been watching anything lately as far as like TV shows, movies, online videos.
Yeah, same here. In fact, there is one thing I want to tell you about Bohemian Rhapsody, except it's not a review this time. It's actually, well, it's sort of like a review, but with my family this time.
Yeah, how was your second time watching it, and what was your family's reactions?
Well, you know, I wouldn't say a whole lot from what I've seen, but it was good to see that that Deether and my dad were both very, very into the movie. In fact, when you know, within the movie where you know, Freddie, Brian, Roger, and John were recording Bohemian Rhapsody in the countryside farm, my dad was telling me that's $1 million hit right there. Like he just literally called Bohemian Rhapsody $1 million hit, and he's right.
Well, it did it made its capital you know, as far as like box office, so.
Oh yeah, it really did. In fact, Deether he could pretty much tell you a million details about what he felt about the movie.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and there were some things where Juriel, unfortunately, the bastard he is, fell asleep.
Of course.
And one thing that infuriates me, and this is not even taking him with Bohemian Rhapsody in account, but what infuriates me about him is he does not like movies. And I'm like, what kind of human being does not like movies? That's like saying you're not into music. That's to me, that's like saying you're not into music. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like even if you like a bad movie, at least you like movies. But no, this guy is indiscriminate on not into movies kind of thing. It's like Wow, you just blew my mind in such a bad way.
Gerald doesn't disappoint, just as
Well,
advertised. He's a strange one.
well, in
And
this
I'm
case,
wild
he
one.
really disappointed,
Eh,
big time.
it happens.
To each their own, I guess.
That's like me saying, you know, my own little brother does not like seafood or ahi, because I tried giving him like even like a oyster ahi. He's like, I told you, Phil, I'm allergic. I don't like seafood.
Well, that's more common actually. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people that don't like seafood.
I mean, you could see. I mean, I could see people not liking seafood because they're allergic to it. But
Right.
for people who don't like seafood because they hate seafood, I'm like, I don't know if you're supposed to be human or what.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Well, I guess we can go ahead right into daily happenings here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So invested on some. So you're actually gonna go buy bags and
No,
cases.
I already did.
Oh, you
That's
did?
what I wanted to. That's why I said I'm just gonna move this to daily happenings instead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But what?
Oh no, I was gonna say where is the so-called place did you buy them at?
So well, I'll just start off with the one that I already have right here. This is actually shit. This is actually supposed to be for my bass guitar right here. World Tour brand. You know, as you've seen me before, I have carried this you know, with me from time to time, and it's where I put my bass guitar. And then now here comes the new additions to the family, or at least in my case, my collection that I want my band members to use. This is a high brand guitar bag, not bass guitar bag, like regular acoustic guitar bag. As you notice right here, shit. Let me just put it right here. You can see that as they stand, the guitar bag's neck is a lot shorter than the bass, which is, you know, a given considering the size of both instruments in comparison. And then you got this most interesting one, which looks like a regular suitcase bag, but believe it or not, it's actually for the cajon. Because if I put it in another angle right here, yeah, it comes out to a rectangular prism
It's like a coach
kind of
bag.
shape. Well, it's a lot bigger than a coach bag, I'll say that. But yeah, this is
Surprise.
what makes it even more fitting for this to be my cajon bag is it's the same exact brand LP as the cajon box that I have now. So whenever I do go out to band practice, I am now free from the worry of damaging my instruments from a possible sudden stop.
Yeah, Nick, I gotta ask you something because you look like you're very invested in this, band thing, and probably want to make it a big part of your future, right?
Possibly.
I guess how
I mean-
far are you willing to go in terms of going through with a band, making
Well-
music, recording your own music, writing music? 'Cause there's a lot of
Well,
work that goes
yeah,
into it.
I know. I mean, I'm not. Let's look at it this way. It would be nice to be worth $1 million playing music, but that's actually not my reason to play music. I'm not playing music for the money. I'm playing music
course.
because I love music.
Right. So are you
And-
willing to do like gigs? Do some,
Sure.
do some
Sure.
small.
Once I get everyone together, of course, then that is the midterm goal.
Okay.
But right now, getting together is the key to the journey.
Okay.
So
And
so
you
they all
have
gotta
heard
come
Phil's
together.
warning, right? About his experience.
Yeah, but I feel like for me, it might be just a little bit different because I've never really been in a band before.
And you're the
And-
leader.
Well, you could say that, but I don't see myself as the boss. Far from it, actually.
I mean,
in
you're the guy
fact-
that's starting the band, though. You
Yeah.
have the vision.
yeah, I have the vision, but I'm not its manager.
Hmm.
As far as managing goes, I would need to find someone else that's actually capable of doing that. Because I could be a leader, but I cannot manage. You know what
For
I
the
mean?
right price, Phil can be the manager.
Well-
let's not rewrite history.
Salary?
Well,
What's
Well,
what's your
it's-
price, Phil?
it's
No,
not so
well-
much rewriting history for you. It's more
Give me a
like,
number.
okay, so you guys got this gig right here. So which one are you guys more interested in
go.
going to? Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I see managers for
Well,
bands.
Managers are hard, dude.
Well, my advice, and this is not being a manager thing. It's just about being with a group. It's
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that and I feel a lot of bands kind of have this a lot is
Mhm.
do not let your own personal ego get in the way of it.
Oh no, I know that. I mean, it doesn't just. I mean, that doesn't only apply to bands, but just about any group, whether it's a
Activity.
band or
Sport.
a team game kind of thing. You know, be open to ideas, and that's something I'm very well aware of, and it's something that I practice every single day. Like whenever I'm assigned to be the leader of a group project, I said, "Okay, guys, so what's your ideas on how to tackle this?" Because just like you guys, I have no idea where I'm going.
Well, you have to know their personalities too.
Yeah, that too.
Because everyone's
Yeah.
different. That's the
Sure.
hardest part.
Yeah, I could see that. But to me, as long as I can find a place to compromise, I think we'll be in it for a good run. And
Well,
usually I'm very accepting with compromises. Usually.
Okay.
All right.
Right
Well, if you
on.
ever need help, me and Phil are here.
Yeah, sure. No
Whatever you
worries.
So, but all right. Well, I guess well there's that. Let's see here. By the way, did you
So
buy
I-
those? Did you buy those
Yes,
bags
sir.
at Easy Music?
For the technically yes, but in different stores. Only because for the guitar bag, they were out of stock in the Pearl City store, which is the one I usually go to.
So you're telling me you went to the King Street one?
Yeah, that one was a terrible ways there because, for one, it's traffic as hell, and for two, the parking space is extremely limited, and I'm like, how the hell can customers even manage going here if the parking space is just like this?
But the
You
place
know.
wasn't too bad, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, if anything, it's actually
Still very
maybe 2 times bigger than the Pearl City store, and probably a lot more
From what I've
immersive
heard,
too.
yeah. Nice.
But,
But yeah, I have to ask you one quick one. So, are you guys like officially like a acoustic band, or do you not know yet what?
Well,
do
that's
that?
that's the goal with the instruments that I have right now, and both are actually in love with the idea of going completely unplugged. Because to me, electrical instruments just are way too big to be invested. Because I know for a fact that we're not rich people. We're not poor, but we're not rich. So going acoustic, I think would be the best option. Plus, it actually displays more skill than electric instruments usually do. You know?
Okay. I mean, I hate to be
Because-
like the kind of the party pooper here, but a bass would be a lot better in a plugged band actually, because you can hear and you can feel the electricity that the bass.
Well, the
produces.
good thing with the guitar and the bass is they're not just acoustic. They have little input ports that
Okay, so you're
you
not
know,
fully acoustic. You can plug it in.
we're not fully acoustic, but the idea is to be acoustic at heart.
Yeah, but I'm just warning you, the bass would sound a lot better plugged in, I think.
No, I know what you're saying, but that's I mean, it's a good thing that's there. I just feel like I might seldom use it.
got you. All right. Right on.
I just
Yeah.
hope your bass doesn't get drowned out. That's what I'm worried about. during
No, I
the
don't
6
think
sessions.
so. Usually when I play, I can still hear it fairly well.
Okay.
Whenever I jam with Deether or Drill, usually Deether, I can still hear myself fairly well.
Did you try recruiting Dieter as your singer?
I I would, but just like me, he already has his own band to worry about. Except
Oh.
the difference is he didn't make this band by himself. He's actually a part of it for school. So he's he's in a you could say he's in a no money involved contract for it because he's in an ensemble for college. But if it wasn't for that, I would have had him as the guitarist instead. But because he's very multi-talented with instruments, like the like for example the guy that I talked to for the drummer, he's his name is Matt Christman, and because he has experience with drums from what he told me, I believe he'll do pretty good with a cajon. And then you got Ronan, who's actually a really good guitar player, and then you got me, who's a fairly decent bass player and singer, I guess. But Deether is pretty much all of that rolled into one, in my perspective, anyway.
Yeah, he's pretty talented.
Yeah.
I mean, he can sing, he can play guitar. From what I've seen,
he can play bass,
he can do everything.
And he can play drums too. You should hear the way he plays drums. He has very good rhythm, and I'm like, if I was to have you in my band, I have no idea what your position should be because you do good in literally all 4 fields.
And if there's an example of how good the Cautons was as a musician, Dieter would be the perfect example.
I think so. Yeah, I definitely think so.
Right on. Okay. Cool. Alright, I guess nothing else in daily happenings. Oh, Air.
Yo.
When you had a chance to check the KNAP email, I sent you some goodies.
Okay, I'm gonna check that right now. I saw the intro. That was pretty nice, dude. How'd you get that going?
So so I don't have After Effects, so I just did like Premiere tutorials. So and yeah, but when you look in the KNAP email, I sent you some goodies inside a folder.
KNAP. I will make sure to check that out. Cool.
So, and of course, anyone who's watching this stream, you guys can now see a peek of a much more after many different tries with the logo and graphic design. Think I've cooked up hopefully the most modern I can do. So hopefully you guys are liking the much more modern taste of the logo,
streamlined look.
The streamlined look we're going. So, but yeah, that's that. So.
Does it have sound though? The intro?
No. So I was gonna. So, I mean, I could still add sound to any one of them.
Okay.
So, if you want a sound version, like something like with a cool little
like Wong Fu ding or something.
Yeah, something like that. Then
it's fine. I can probably add my own.
So, but yeah, happy to put those together. So, and I've been getting on a very much kind of going back to basics with graphics. So, and I remember back in high school when I was doing like when we had like basic TV production class, like graphics was something I did fairly
had passion for.
Yeah, had more passion for it. Even though like half my graphics on morning broadcast look like crap, but I was able to perfect it over time.
Morning broadcast.
So you may not remember back in high school. I
remember the announcements.
Yeah,
in the morning.
Yeah. So there was announcements and then sometimes it was kind of optional for teachers to air it, but old building was a there's one part in old building that had a fully functional broadcasting room,
Oh, wow.
and then that's where they filmed and broadcasted the morning announcement stream.
Mm.
So
And you designed the stuff,
and well,
graphics?
I designed graphics and learned kind of just a basic feel of like like a studio like inside like a new studio kind of feel.
Mm.
So, which is why I back in high school, that because it wasn't so much more the film. I wanted to get more behind television studio. So
Nice. So I guess your passion's kind of burned a little more since then,
yeah. So
or again gotten back to it.
yeah. So yeah. I'm just in that sense. Yeah. I'm been pretty much going back to those fundamentals for myself.
Nice.
So, but anyways.
By the way, later on, I'm gonna show you guys a quick preview on some of the stuff I've been working on.
Okay.
And tonight, actually, our first, I guess, Darktober skit is gonna be uploaded.
Okay. Cool.
I'm sure you guys can
Awesome.
guess what that is.
Okay.
I can only imagine.
You know which one?
Well, I can guess.
Quick guess from both.
I'd say it probably has to be Candle.
Okay, Phil, what's your guess?
Jammed.
Okay, both good guesses, but you'll see later on.
Okay. Cool.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So, if you don't mind, we're gonna go ahead and do pitch a sketch here. So, earlier in the show, we pretty much talked about the rapid fire skits. Well, I'm gonna pitch to you guys the idea in the form of rapid fire skit for these two sketches that I have going. It's called Mirage and Hangman. So, first one is Mirage. So Mirage, it's pretty much a mental. It's supposed to be more of a mental based kind of scare, like straight to the mental.
It's not your typical, jump scare horror.
Yeah. So this one, pretty much it's all a mind game. It's basically having one negative personality taking over the old personality and becoming that new. So that's how the way I kind of pictured
Or you can look at that later.
Okay. The way how I pictured Mirage is pretty much is one evil entity taking over the goody two shoe personality in that sense. So,
May I add something real quick?
Sure.
Would the boredom kit be somehow involved in this?
That is something I definitely want to try and incorporate.
Since the boredom kit, from what you said, has similar qualities in terms of taking possession of objects or people.
So yeah, that's something I also want to try and incorporate in a lot of the sketches. Like so hopefully that's something there's a way that all of this that everything what I'm
Intertwining?
intertwine with Mirage within a 90-second pitch. So, and then finally, Hangman. So you guys are familiar. You guys are pretty much familiar with the game Hangman, where pretty much it's like a word puzzle. You get the incorrect letter. You draw your little stick figure that's about that's about ready to hang himself kind of thing. So I'm gonna mix that same word game puzzle and bring back a little bit of the Saw scare. Like basically, pretty much you're pretty much mixing the word game and then a little bit of like a Saw game-esque.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
In this case, what would the word be?
So the word I haven't really put together, but if it was just like a word, say plethora. It's just an example.
Damn.
It's not a like the actual word I'm gonna use. I'm just using plethora as an example. So basically in this situation, it's pretty much the more times the person gets the letter incorrect, the noose on his neck will like increase, and will pretty much he'll be there ready to hang. Like you'll have that that classic strangulation death.
Hmm.
So
That's gonna be hard to pull off, but we'll see how you go about it.
so and before I kind of mentioned that I was gonna do that, do a 2-actor kind of thing, but I think for best resource wise, this one is gonna be like a solo actor in the sketch, and then because what I really want the actor to feel is like he has no help. He can't rely on anyone for help, so he has to really like do it on his own or her own. So that way I'd be a little bit more PC. Anyway, but yeah, that's my pitch for you guys for Hangman and Mirage.
So who's the host in this case, though?
So the host in this case, so again, I do, how you mentioned about having the boredom kit as an object of possession. So in this case, the boredom kit will play a very I guess a very peculiar part, because again the boredom kit now, spoiler alert, has now
Can talk.
Can talk, and has demonic ability to possess people. So, but yeah, so that was one way to kind of go about it, and that's how I would incorporate the boredom kit as that figure of object of possession. So, but yeah, that is my pitch for you guys.
I think the hardest part for that is trying to fit it in a 1-minute window,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be a rapid fire.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I can figure out something, because in this case I'm gonna because I'm already gonna bypass the whole backstory piece, and then it's pretty much just kind of go straight to the point where it's dark, it's damp, and he's trying to figure out the puzzle, and then the more times he gets it wrong, and then he starts to hang. So again, a lot of the sketches I'm doing will have no backstory, no explanation whatsoever, and then mainly all the endings. The goal for my endings for these sketches is to kind of leave the audience on an imagination run.
Okay.
So that's the goal ending for these sketches. So.
All right. So for you have 2 more skits planned, and
Yeah.
Nick has 1. So yeah, I guess we'll reach that 7 skit goal that we've been chasing.
So.
And beyond.
So yeah, so definitely down for that. So, but anyways, Nick, I'm kind of very interested to hear Face or Man at the Window, or what ideas were you able to throw?
Well, basically, it works like this. So, a girlfriend and boyfriend. It's not disclosed how long they've been living in the house, but a girlfriend and boyfriend have been living in a house, and the girlfriend notices that there's a man's shadow in the window, and because absolutely nobody has no idea who this is, she's like, freaking the hell out and saying, babe, can you check who's there at the window? When the boyfriend goes to investigates, nobody is there. Like, they go outside and they go look at the window that the man was looking in, but there's nobody to be found. About a day later, or we could do like a little time skip of, say, several days later. They get a hold of a medium and they ask, if you are here, please give us a sign. And then there's like I guess the girlfriend looks at the window again, and there's the
figure.
The figure at the window. And then she tries to keep calm, which she looks at the medium and her boyfriend. But when she looks again, the figure's not there. And then the medium asks again, if you are here, please give us a sign. Knock, knock, knock on their door, which, pretty much scares everybody. And then the girlfriend approaches the door cautiously, opens it, and turns out it's just a friend who's visiting. Then the girlfriend asks, oh, hey, what are you doing here? Was that you at the window? Wait. The guy is like, or the friend, he's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And then end scene.
Okay. I mean, it seems kind of loaded for a 1 minute short. But
I know, but from how I could explain it, that's the best I could do. I mean, I feel like it might go a little bit over 90 seconds, but I feel like it's not gonna go anywhere past the the 2 minute mark.
I guess if you could streamline the plot a little bit, what would you change? Just in case it doesn't reach that 90-second.
I'd probably cut out the very first part where there's like a man at the window. We'll just start off with the medium coming in. Yeah, okay. I could definitely see that going in a very short amount of time.
And I feel like we could probably cut some of the dialogue out, like a little more dialogue, maybe like a couple lines each.
Yeah, I can see that.
It does take a lot of time, talking.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I mean, I would like it shortened anyway, but not to the point where like, oh, what the heck? Where's this even going?
Right. But I Phil, would you ever invest in an Ursa Mini?
I've actually thought about it
for filming.
I've actually.
I'm looking at reviews. It looks really good.
That was one of the prize packs from Film Rights. Was it their blood? I think it was their Bloodtober one. Well, it was one of their contests, and that was like one of the I believe it was like first or second place prize. Or no, it sounds more first place prize, yeah. But yeah, no, I've actually thought about that one too. And,
do you know what kind of lens it takes? Is it 4.3, 4/3, or full frame? Do you know?
From what I'm looking at, it looks like it does full frame.
You think so?
Because I've been trying to find because it looks like you need like one specific adapter for this cam.
I was wondering if I could just translate my lens onto it with an adapter.
I'd want to say that possibility is very open. So, and I'm also open to the idea of owning the EOS R. The one.
The one Dio posted. Dude, that looks nice, man. So Canon's finally in the mini mirrorless game.
So I was like,
full frame mirrorless.
Yeah, it's like, So I'm open to that possibility. It's like,
how much is that thing going for? Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I saw the prices. Like, oh, okay, maybe.
It's not too bad. 2,300. Kind of the same as the A7s.
So okay. So sometime in a much more brighter future. But until then, just gotta keep grinding. So, but anyways, I don't want to end this night on a very sour note. So.
Let's play a couple of games. We got time.
We got time for a game. So, oh boy.
I want to do one game of Guess That Song.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Since we haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, it's a good one to do that. You can do a round of that, and then I'm actually itching for a very dedicated round of pun conversations,
Fun discussions.
pun discussions. So
I feel like we have to be in our A game to get that working though.
Yeah.
Or else it's just gonna drag.
Mhm.
because that first one was
That was
actually-
pretty classic.
that was pretty classy. Say classy San Diego. Anyways, all right. So let's do.
Although I don't know how we're gonna do that on Discord.
All right. Do I?
Because I don't know how the sharing audio. Okay. That. Do a quick audio test, Nick. I want to hear how it sounds.
Open the world of music. A new music streaming service.
Oh, you have them ads though. Them ads.
Yeah. That and it for some reason it cuts off every like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Is it buffering?
It's buffering. It's a buffer. Definite buffer.
Yeah, every 2 seconds it cuts off.
Really? Try
Yeah.
it with yours.
It's like everybody find me somebody.
But you.
Okay. Shoot.
I don't know if it's
where's-
the shit, I don't know what it's called.
Here, let me try playing it from a farther distance then.
Yeah, it's still got that weird skipping
And
thing.
I thought this was supposed to be good.
Hmm.
Well, it's not the mic, it's the service that we're using.
Oh.
What about this? Can you guys hear this?
Pretty clear.
Does it skip to you guys?
Yours is like more like a 1 second.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
never
like a
mind.
1 second.
1 second?
Wait, keep playing.
No, I don't hear a skip.
No?
I don't think so. Okay, wait. It just went out. Or did you just pause it?
Nope, I'm not pausing it. I'm just letting it go.
Yeah. Something's... Apparently it's not working for these freaking mics.
How does it sound like? Is it like the sound and then it stops? Like
Yeah, it
a
stops.
second after or a couple
It's-
seconds?
Maybe like a couple... Maybe like a second or two. It cuts. And then resumes.
Yeah, that's the same thing with
Cuts.
yours.
And then resume. I'm like, the hell?
I don't
Is
know.
our
man.
service that bad, or are our mics that crappy? I don't know which is which.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, so how we're doing this? That's a great magical question. Trying to figure that out. Okay. Let's see. Let me...
By the way, before we do this game, you guys want to see the quick preview I've been working on?
Sure.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm gonna use this for, but I just made it. Hold on there. Since the whole plot to Born Kit changed, I might not even need this, but I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah. Why is it not showing up? Nope, not that. Whoops.
Whoopee.
Can you see that though?
I can see it.
Can you hear this? You hear that?
I heard the.
You heard it?
I heard
Is it pretty loud?
It's like a vague. It's like very.
I
very
can't really hear much.
Really? Is it skipping
Yeah.
too?
I don't know. I hope not.
Not. Well, it's more like it was like a vague like from like far away, but now I guess when you tune in, it doesn't sound like it's like from far away.
Okay, hold on. Okay, if I share the screen here,
Oh, there you go.
you guys hear that?
I'm hear
No,
nothing.
I'm playing music right now. Nothing?
Nope.
That's weird because I'm sharing the screen and it says share sound. But you guys can't hear anything.
Negative on that one. Man, that's wild. Okay. Let's see here.
How about that?
There it
Okay,
is.
yep, there it is.
And no skipping?
No skips.
No
One
skips.
thing with this though is you can see the song.
Yeah. Well, actually,
So-
for me, I can't really see what it's saying. Like, I could see the
Oh, really?
screen, but I can't really, make out the wordings, except for the word songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Other than that, you can't see the titles?
I cannot see a damn thing.
How about you,
It's-
Phil?
Everything's too small.
Yeah, no, I'm actually having the same issue right now.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, so it's no big deal for us.
Okay. Phil, do you think you can share your Spotify screen?
Sure, let me go ahead and get that one.
Oh, that's the thing about... Oh, shoot. Nick doesn't have Spotify.
I do, but on my phone.
Oh. How are we going to do this? We can use YouTube. But then we can see... I guess just don't look at your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see either. So that's good.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, don't tell me I'm freezing tonight.
No, that's good. We're not supposed to see it.
Oh, okay, good.
Can you guys hear that?
The hell?
Can you hear that?
I hear that.
Yeah, I can hear that, but I'm thinking, is something wrong with your software?
Example.
Okay.
But here's the here's a quick project I've been working on. I think I showed Phil already, but I want to get your take on it, Nick.
Yeah, here we go, man.
Okay.
Here we go. Reaction time.
Oh shit, it's lagging.
Good
What?
evening, Ohana. Welcome to the 9 o'clock The Kind News. This is your host, John Kamakana. And tonight's story, the criminal known as the Drunk Uncle has escaped.
I don't know, I was
From
really
state
bored.
prison. Yes, he has escaped. Please be careful in this Halloween.
But does it look pretty,
Trick-or-treaters
Look,
dressed
I'm
up
just gonna
and
put it
mistaken
bluntly. You sound
for the
so
Drunk.
fucking monotone, man.
So we're hearing this. It's got breaking news. That
That's the
Drunk Uncle
character I was
identified
going for.
Marcus Funhair
That
from-
typical, you know.
It's like you don't care about your job as a news anchor. What the
I don't.
hell?
This is my first and last day. But I guess from a I don't know, from this standpoint, does it look like an actual news segment?
Yeah, it does. It does.
I mean, it's not supposed to be like
Even though,
realistic,
even though I cannot take it seriously.
and you're not supposed to. I'm going for that parody feel.
Right. Well, you did a good job on the laugh factor, that's for sure.
Good
Okay.
evening, Ohana.
Yeah, I do sound. Holy crap, man! Damn.
You sound like you sound like the city bus system, like
Oh my.
Route 42. It will be Peru.
Oh, this is the guy that does the voices.
That's what you're. Not only, I mean, Nick, the monotone out that's good, but Air, you real sound like the city bus. Route 42. It will be.
How does it look?
Stop requested. Oh, it looks pretty. John Kamakana.
I mean, the suit kind of does it, right?
Yeah, the suit works. Hey, it works out perfectly. Shit.
Oh man, I guess I don't notice my own voice until I get other people's reactions.
That's too good though. Too good.
Anyway, sorry. Back to our game, real quick.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So how are we gonna do this?
Oh right.
I guess for pun discussions, what topic are you doing? What are you gonna do?
Well, what I pretty much had in mind, I was just gonna pretty much pun discuss Marvel, Stanley, related stuff. So I guess to put it a much more general basis, superheroes.
Okay. Take it away, I guess.
So Nick, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how'd you survive that radiation storm. I mean, you could be utterly just filled with such fantasticness, man.
Well, if you ask me, it's very inhuman of you to say that.
But wouldn't it be amazing though?
Yeah, but I figured I could actually purchase a black bolt for it too.
I guess nothing spectacular then.
You could say that.
Are you saying all the time cards or all the punch
yeah.
cards?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Incredible. Or was it the spectacular or ultimate? Sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, what was I?
Oh yeah, did you know? Thanos is actually a big fan of the show Inuyasha.
How?
His favorite song is "Do As Infinity."
Hmm.
That's actually the one of the J-pop bands that offered
Really?
their soundtrack to the show. I would say that particular song is the second season's closing track. If you remember seeing Sashomaru on a cliff, like looking into the horizon, it's that song. Yeah.
But did they? But really, if you really think about it, did they feel so good after that season?
I don't know. Maybe they were Captain America around. It's supposed to sound like Catchin.
Well, if you don't have my shield, then you might as just well soar through the night.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, I actually heard that Tony Stark participated in WWE once. He took part in what was known as the Iron Man match.
I hope he won that one.
I hope so too.
Or else he's gonna need some Avengers to.
Yeah,
him.
I could definitely see that. In fact, he actually had a very good steak dinner with some salt and pepper with it.
Did he cook them in pots?
I think so. It was a potted steak, I think.
But was there no League of Justice for these pots?
I don't think so. I mean, he did say that someone who used to be a man approached him about it. He called himself an X-Man.
An X-Man. So he's a Wonder Woman now.
You could say that, yeah.
Even the Wonder Woman is DC. Does that matter?
No, it doesn't.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
It doesn't.
I mean, it doesn't span out to just Marvel. Besides, I think Stanley was the kind of guy that gave credit where credit is due to his rival industry, or his rival competition. I mean.
Right.
Well, I I guess we can't all be about truth and justice in the American way.
No, but we can be about the fear, the night, because after all, we are the Batman.
Really?
Don't forget the Batgirls.
Mm.
Really? Because I feel more super than a bat.
I guess so.
Cause I'll Hulk out on the toilet, but I'll feel super right after.
You'll Hulk out on the toilet?
And
What if...
And feel super
What
right
if,
after.
I see. Well, let's just hope a Black Widow isn't already nesting there.
Uh-oh.
Too soon. I think you might be crossing over to dark side.
Well,
Darth Vader's here.
well, I could only think of one place worse than there. I would say it's the Phantom Zone.
Ooh.
I mean, Hades can give it a run for its money.
I guess so. With you know, with the Morning Star himself.
Well, I guess there's no room for me on Themyscira, so I guess back to Krypton. Oh no, wait, that's gone too.
Too soon, too soon. You know, I actually heard a guy named John is stuck at 19 years old. How so?
How so?
Well, they call him Constantine. Yep.
Well, I heard he's been on a manhunt by a Martian.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that because he was actually carrying a Green Lantern the entire time.
Well.
And then he bumped into his friend, which then caused him to drop the lantern. And he was like, "What the hell, Jordan?"
Hey, couldn't be more clumsier than a Kent.
No, you can't.
Because
At least we know someone who waned in comparison.
Well,
Well, sometimes you gotta bruise it up.
I guess so.
Well,
In fact, you know, if you've heard of singer Paul Anka, he did dedicate his song to Wonder Woman, which is called Diana.
But hey, I heard Prince interrupted that performance though.
How so?
How so?
Because Lex Luthor actually scientifically made Purple Rain.
Okay.
But I'm no brainiac. What do I know?
Well, at least you're not the Ultron virus.
Oh boy, don't give me don't upload that information. I mean, holy crap, dude.
Yeah, but at least he didn't have a vision for his goals.
True.
Ah, boy, I guess I have to Metallo out of here then. But
Who the hell's